Hello, and welcome to a game here in Steel Division 2 between two Chinese players. And I believe this first one is if you dare commit a crime, you will be defeated. And I don't know if that was this one. And then the top one is if you play well, you will be rewarded. And if you play badly, you will be punished. Not sure what's up with that. Balance versus Maverick, two very strong, powerful divisions. I'm not even sure how I got into this game. I just happened to be in a lobby looking for games to watch, right? Not in a lobby, in the, what's it called? The method to view games, right? Where you go view replays, and such was the case with this, where I saw a game that was labeled as Homer's game, but that's impossible because I wasn't playing a game and it wasn't in a lobby at the time. So, DFL versus 4th Fallschirmjäger, Balance versus Maverick. Very interesting game here. I am a little sick, so if I do have to mic my microphone, you'll have to excuse me for the time being, or if I start sounding nasally. But yeah, I guess we get to see today how the Chinese play their matches. All right. Partisans did snipe a couple of things. Almost killed off the MG, but the Fallschirmjäger likely saved it there. And down south did get one snipe, I do believe, here. On the Para-exploratory. Nope, on something else I was down here. But, the Wolf coming in. Just take out the Legion MG. Fallschirmjäger just out in the open. LG-40 as well. And a Panther E to start. Together with a Flak 88. So, we've got AA and a heavy tank out. The DFL player currently content with just sitting here, but yeah, there's nothing. There's definitely could be a major push down south to just easily take that flag. Also, a bit of a mistake here, leaving all these flags open, in my opinion. DFL does have much faster transports than 4th Fallschirmjäger, so this flag and this flag are quite easy to sneak flamers and such into, but then you do have to support it with howitzers and such. And now, the excellent HE weapons here, together with the Flak 88 of, if you dare give it a crime. I'm not even sure if that's halfway accurate. That's just what Google Translate told me. And I won't even try to pronounce the Chinese there. If it even is Chinese. I think that's Chinese, yeah. But, game beyond the Great Firewall here. Panther A looks like it's getting into position. Fuck, we're still moving around. Looks like it's just being kept around for strafing. Oh, this is the one with the, multiple 250 kilogram bombs. This one as well. Wow. Okay, so he's actually microing here the bombs onto multiple targets. This one's going to drop the second 250 kilogram bomb. The 50 kilogram bomb is not really doing a lot of damage there, just a bit of suppression. But, you know, that might be all that's needed to really get enough suppression onto this BIMP that the Fallschirmjäger can just mow them down with another 250 kilogram bomb coming in. Interesting to see that done here. Very high level of play, but BIMP avoids it. It's got to fall back, no problem. Fallschirmjäger does get out of target briefly, but and is going to get into this town now. And the important house for this would be here, because this enables him to be just outside of the 100-meter range and still shoot at things. I would probably prefer this building here, but just because it does also get line of sight in between this garden here. But actually move forward. Well, if you're going to sit in these back gardens here, you might as well move all the way forward. Because a Fallschirmjäger will do you no good if you get something like a Legionnaire sitting right next to it and just TNT to the face. 2-star Fallschirmjäger, though. Fairly interesting. And these Para-exploratories, mini Beretta ones right here. Again, deactivating the 50 kilogram bombs. There's a Bofors out now, so a bit harder to pull this kind of a micro off. And is just going to pin down those units. Trucks do get into position. And if they do get into the building here, the Para-exploratory are going to have to be a little bit careful, but it looks like they're out in the open. And oh man, they're just going to absolutely get torn apart. They do get the Molotov off and do quite a bit of damage in that last little bit there, but looks like they will go down. Second Para-exploratory as well, together with Fallschirmjäger. And now the second Fallschirmjäger coming in here. Oop, does have to be careful, this little gun here. Ooh. Is that a grenade? Oh, no, but because of the new changes here, looks like the Thompsons do manage to kill that, but Fallschirmjäger don't go down completely. Do take a lot of damage, though. from that recon, funnily enough. And now the Gallican does have to be a little bit careful. You see Fashion Pioneers and Fashion Jäger coming out. Now to deal with them. But this is a fairly green cover, and as long as they do stick to the green cover, these Legion Sepoils should be fairly fine. The dangerous part is the second that you get into this medium cover here, the Fashion Jäger are going to tear you apart. And the Legionnaires also get a turn on the Para-Respiratory there, so those will go down as well. Recently nerfed 81mm mortars. Going to be targeting that flag. I don't believe they have radio range. Let's see the radio. Yeah, it'll cut off somewhere around here. But, yeah, Hellcat coming in now. Yeah, it's interesting that these bombs aren't split up, so you can't, like, unmicro those, but 88 does more than a fine job at preventing that. Should have definitely waited for that mortar fire to come down, but even then, if it didn't pin down the 88 completely, likely still would have gotten enough shots off to prevent that. However, pushing the north, well done. Just cleared out that single flamer there. Partisans moved up as well, and now the Bimps got in for that SBE-41. Bashimiga is going to make its way over here, but these two flags here make up for the ones in the town. Capture for the time being for the DFL player. This flag is going to go back into the hands of the 4th Fusion player. Yeah, I do not really have the ability to continue to say their names. I'm going to get them mixed up. I might have already gotten them mixed up, quite honestly. But, yeah. MG42. Prevent those Bimps from getting any further forward. And this Fushmiga. Actually, a good idea to passively go in here, and then you can just march them up. This should get 42 as well. Definitely aware of the danger that the Partisans can bring into such a situation. And now with the Flak 41 in the middle of the forest, having immediately fallen back, Hellcat is able to come in and delete that MG42. Very powerful HE there. However, now, coming in up here, looks like it's going for the Hellcat, but no way that's going to happen. And it's now going to be gunning down here. That's actually not a great idea, coming in sideways like this, because the Wolfers is going to have more time on target. Generally, you'd want to bring it back and then around, because, yeah, it's just going to get shot at right away. And, actually, these Fashmigas, even with the M8 here, if it gets into this building, that is one dead Wolfers. So, do have to be careful of that. Or even if these Fashmiga over here get into the edge of this forest, the M8 won't be able to suppress them in time for something like... until they're just completely dead. Power of the Fashmir right there. As two Fashion Pioneers. Which, after they lost their G43s, one of the best unit in the world. Do start getting involved. Looks like the Sepoil Pioneers, though. Ooh. Not a great idea. I'm not sure what that was, whether that was micro or not. But TNT does go off, somehow, from the Fashion Pioneer, despite being targeted by that. Now the Legionnaires and the Bimps are going to have to be very careful. Bashimiga, though, probably going to catch these Bimps out in the open. As an M3 prevents these Bashimiga from getting any further forward, but brilliantly sniped by the Panther there. And now the Bolfers is going to have to retreat into this green cover, where it's not going to be half as effective against any kind of further units. Partisans did take out the Shtick here. Took a little bit of damage, but nothing to write home about. And now the Flamer getting into this position here. So, 1410, fairly controlling out in the open here, these two positions. And then the flanks going to DFL for the time being. It is an uphill battle, though, for the DFL player. Gonna have to be fairly cognizant of the push down here, because if 4th Fashion can get into this position, a tank or something up here will be able to cut off this entire reinforcement road. And once the reinforcement road is cut off, it's very hard to get back into it, right? Some recon and a tank straight down that road. So yeah, balance of forces slowly splitting, but smoking off here actually as the Chalks move forward. Much from shots, they could have actually prevented that, but actually returned fire for the time being. Potentially doesn't want to get shot at by any other howitzers. So is going to be able to take this flag back. Mushroom Alpha isn't going to be that great against it. And well, Fashion Pioneer, they do still have the two FG42s, and they are deadly because of it. MG42 versus Bimp here, though. As you can see, but of course MG42 very deadly in its own right. And now we get the counter radio mortars. Interesting to see OP Division versus OP Division here. Although the degree of OP-ness, of course. Sometimes hotly debated. Yeah, Von Manfa is going to go down here any second now. It's always funny to see how technically a 2-man health squad, alright, does enough fighting really that it could be a 5-man squad that's just underarmed. And yeah, actually taking back 2 flags here with that almost 3, putting it back to a 12-12 temporarily. Doesn't look like it quite gets there. And yeah, Paradise Salto coming out here. Does have to be a little bit careful. There are dual howitzers, or this howitzer doesn't quite see it. And while they do have heat shells, I would almost prefer to turn them off and just let the HE damage do the effect on those. 11 to 13 though. TD coming out. Gonna be able to deal with that Stugium 42, no problem. Leader as well, gonna help those double-vetted Sappurs and double-vetted Legionnaires coming in. And interesting to see all these double-vetted infantry, right? We got double-vetted Paradise Salto, double-vetted Fashbiga, single-vetted Fascia Pioneers, but even that is something to write home about. And then double-vetted Legionnaire. Of course, you have to take these double-vetted, but the Legion Sappurs I don't think do come in double-vetted. There's the Chalks are double-vetted as well, right? So you really see what each player values here as the observer. Get some shots on. Ooh, that's funny. That's got to be first unload right in the middle there. And the Howitzer's actually shooting at the MG, but all these are unloading just because of that. And now the Hellcat's got to come in again. Ooh, gets the bombs off just before it gets pinned down. So Focke-Wulf isn't going to be able to do that. Single Bofors here against all these planes here. Yeah, not sure if that's going to really pay off. But does have to do something against these howitzers, or else all these Paradise Saltos are going to die. So, gets that off. No bomb micro this time, except for this one. Funny. And every single one of the bombs go off. But I think because, like, these... At least this one has been bomb microed. Kind of these howitzers don't really go down. The Alcone finishes off the second one, though. And now the Chalk set in the open here with their MG might actually be able to force the Paradise Salto back. So, remaining 47 minutes. Ooh, Hellcat actually goes down to the Veltro. Interesting that that was caught with the Bofors firing here. Man. This isn't Phase C yet, is it? What is even happening this game? Timer, 47 minutes. What was their timer set at? This got to be, like, beginning of Phase B now. So, in a Maverick, income. And yeah. So do get forced back. This one's got to be moved more into the buildings there. It has a much higher chance of getting into this green cover from this side, and then just deleting the Chalks. Molotov or not, the DPS of Paradise Salto is just too powerful for that, but I know Kodak coming in for that as well. Legionnaires, of course, getting immediately forced back by the supreme firepower of the Fashmiga. Let's get its bombs off. Immediately microed back. Interesting to see more 2-star Fashmiga. Man, I wish I had the replay for this, but there's no way to get the replay. I do want to take a look at their decks. Oh my god. Stop messaging me. Freaking random people. Anyway. 81mm mortar. Another one. So, 2 radium mortars. This one hasn't really been firing all that much. Just a little bit of smoke, a little bit of fire. I wonder how to turn that off. Whatever. Vulture coming in. Gonna be going for the howitzer again. Bofors as well. Another 3rd Bofors in. So we're definitely trying to prevent any kind of air spam now. And the Vulture's actually gonna peel off. Grand Zafri coming in. There's no armor in here, so perhaps a little bit of a waste, but still might be worth it. Definitely is a bit of a chunky squad here. Garans and an AFN. The AFN's not a great MG, but will help out. Really, the Abusia here is what'll force this engagement into the side of the DFL player, in my opinion. The 4th Pleasure player does have to get a 15-9 relatively quickly here, or else the income advantage is going to switch over into the other side. And yeah, Fashion in that medium cover. His partisans still over here. Doesn't look like they killed anything else for the time being. But yeah, despite the transport changes, I believe partisans is still 8 damage. And ooh, the Fashion Punch Strike just barely doesn't manage to get onto the top of that Opusua. But anyway, the partisans do still one-shot a transport, which makes them particularly dangerous. Fuck move coming in. Bofors doesn't see it. It does open up now, but that is going to land, and the Legion supporters are going to get pinned down before they manage to get into this forest. Another Panther coming in now for the open. Something to counter these M10s. There's actually another Panther over here as well, as the Fashmega do attempt to make it in. And now there might really be something into these 2-star Fashmega, quite honestly. Panther 8. Black 41. Yeah. Legion Sepos. I would almost have these in the medium cover, or looking out in the medium cover, because Fashion Pioneer are still very excellent at that kind of a role. And they're just a little too costly to throw in direct CQC against something like a Legion Sepos. Is now getting into the medium cover here, or the green cover. It is 2 versus 1, but the second one's not even paying attention. And now it's just gonna have to get forced back. Fashmega, though, they're still doing a lot of damage with this infantry out in the open. As looks like a couple of units are gonna try and push into this town here, but once again, Fashmega, you look out of this forest, right, and you immediately get blapped by FG-42s. It's never really a great look. And still get 42. Definitely more than a match for the Abusir and the M8s. Back 40 as well coming in here. This Fashmega up on the hill. I might not see the Bofors, but that's relatively close to be able to kill it. My god. Or even just kill the Sherman, right? Shermans do have better optics than the Russian vehicles, but still very much capable of just being a blind bat in that regard. And Sherman's actually going to have to be forced back by the Panther there. Panther actually could just come up and shoot in the face, really. Definitely something people forget about sometimes, but now we see the Fashmega. M4 might actually be enough to force us back. Yeah, the just firepower of that. No problem there. And now we see, actually, 2 bombers coming in. There's the second Bofors, though, and because of the timing here, I do believe these will get away with it. Or will be forced back, rather said. Legionnaires, Fashmega, correctly moving to the other forest. Is going to give the flag back temporarily to the DFL player. But, yeah. Another Fashmega over here as well. Potentially look for some kind of a flanking maneuver. That'd be fairly interesting to see. This Obusura is not really in position. You could just move this Fashmega straight up down here, get it into this forest, kill the Bofors here, and then just sit around here. Maybe even kill the mortar. And cut off reinforcements for the time being, at least infantry reinforcements, but yeah, small arms fire no longer kills transports, so that's another thing that might help reduce the Fashmega PTSD that everybody likes talking about so much, just because they won't die so easily at this stage. Flak 41. There's a lot of good damage this game. Let's get loose. The counter battery there from the 81mm border, fighting the sea. But does a good job there. Fashmega proving their worth, though, against these Legionnaires. And now both these units are actually just that come out as the Africa are pinned down. And more Fashion Pioneers are going to be have to called in for that. To immediately go down to the Legion Sepos, though. And finally, the DFL Flyer has forced its way back into this position, so securing these flags. We are about to enter Phase C. And we'll have to see where this goes. Yeah. M3 coming in. Supply truck finally moving forward for this mortar. Still plenty of HE, though. Could potentially just put it on a defensive fire position. Take out these Fashmega here. But you need to have some kind of eyes on him first, right? Some kind of unit with fairly good stealth looking at him. And that's usually hard to get, particularly against raiders. Legion supporters going down. Do the Feshmi, actually. Funny to see. So, these are going to reacquire targets later. But Feshmi, they are in the medium cover here. So, really relying on these FGs to pull their worth. Definitely not where you want to have a 40-point unit being. But second Feshmi are going to come up. And then even if the Trioleurs with their Stens and much better CC layout, in my opinion. Yeah. With how long that FG took to reload. Wow. This unit just single man, not going down against these 5s. Crazy. It does go down eventually, but... I was going to get shot out of the movers again. And then immediately plastered by all this HE fire. Yeah. Disgusting. No. Legendary are quite powerful in their own right. Something's going down here. So, Paris Praetori coming in for that. Yeah, just a single transport. Amazing how long that took. Potentially the Chinese players here are very aware of what to use and what not to use. But Bazooka here from the Command Trioleurs. TFL is well known for its just abundance of bazookas. And don't even need to have these Ateliers with their amazing M1 carbines on standby. The Trioleurs do a good job there. Perdian Assaulto making its way up here. Might actually just come up and kill his 81mm mortar. Not sure if that went down in the transport. Looks like it did. It was transport sniped by something. And then forced to unload. But that's a 3-man Perdian Assaulto squad. They still have the full DPS, I'm fairly certain. As these Ateliers slowly all get pinned down without the help of their leader. And yeah, that's very dangerous considering the amount of suppression that they do get when their transports are destroyed. And while we are entering a phase C now, a couple minutes into phase C, the DFL player has a lot more income. It remains to be seen whether or not he can actually make that income pay off, because the 4th Punch player has a very strong positional hold on things. So despite there still being 10 minutes to go, which will bring it firmly into the 26-minute mark. Yeah. The default player's definitely got a road to go. And now unvetted Fallschirmjäger. Funny. My god. What is their deck? Yeah, the first Ateliers goes down just completely. The second one fall back. And now the mortar's running away from the Perdian Assaulto. A good plan there. Panther here, though. Might get shots on target on the M4. Will get shots on target, but unvetted Panther. Oh. This Fallschirmjäger is very pinned down. Ooh, does go down, though. And now, Fallschirmjäger once again. Firing at the Wolfers, just getting pinned down there. Usher Pioneer here versus Artilleros. Well, we see how fast the HE goes down, so Artilleros, they're definitely cost effective. 2 more powered assault coming in, those are just gonna destroy in this medium cover. M5 carbines being what they are. Still not gonna be enough, and of course with a bazooka in play here, this Stug's gotta be very, very careful. Could be used to kill the M3, but M3 could also move forward fairly well with impunity. And wow, it's not often you see it, but when you do see it, very much a big danger to everything around. Triple star Fallschirmjäger. You can just see how much damage they do there. Well, that's a 40-point unit for you. And now, one after another, this Fallschirmjäger is likely going to be able to pin those units. We see the back of Zards as well. Attila is doing a good amount of DPS here. But yeah. And now, these Perdian Assaultos should be able to clean up the rest of these units here. That Fallschirmjäger is doing an amazing amount of damage there. Ateliers, DCA. Mortar. Covering up that Panther again. It is 13-11. well, what's to look forward here, Mr. Professional again. I did say he has a great position here, but slowly and surely, the DFL player is getting the advantage here. Triple star pair to Assaultos, though, moving forward. Tajapila is moving forward as well. Yeah. I wonder if there's any differences between the versions of the game. Ooh. The higher damage shell there. Paying off there. But the Trillados are going to be looking for that now. Lots of dead units down here, though, so this flag is secure for the time being. But now, DCA, some kind of mortar likely pinned them down here. And the Fashmiga both are going to get pinned down, which is just disastrous. Partisans moving forward as well. Might be looking for a cheeky sniper on that Panther, though I do doubt it. And, yeah, as long as these are pinned down. Fairly dangerous there. Commander missing the Stug again, just by inches here. Alto. One of them's going to take a TNT to the face. These have 4 TNT? What the hell? That is just abnormal. But now if the other Alto does get involved, it will be a dead Legionnaire, but 2 more coming in. I don't really see the income advantage here. As well as this town finally being taken. The Alcanes did do a lot of attempts of pinning down, but Fleshmir fallen 12-12 at this point. Yeah, the Maverick player doesn't have much to look forward to. Yeah, it did swing over back into the favor of DFL fairly quickly. So, in the battle of OP, who's more OP? Guess we've got an answer to ourselves as the Obusia 155 building. 2 big artillery pieces here are not going to be firing at that 88. And it wouldn't surprise me either to see planes coming in to finish that off. There's only the Nag here as AA, and DFL's got excellent airplay to be able to kill something like that. Just maybe the Hellcats at the beginning. We did see one Hellcat die earlier. Coming in to follow this up to delete it. I wonder if they have a radio on that. No, it doesn't look like it. Still fairly accurate for not having a radio. But I don't see anything except this M8 that would have a radio. And it is very hard to see what kind of a radio range that M8 would have. To the Fleshmiga, gotta get this flag back. And, well, they are playing with time limit. So, really, what's gonna happen here? Second flag ADO coming in. This one's actually almost out of ammo. But these artillery pieces are just gonna be a gigantic pain in the butt. Of course, 4th Flesham does as well have great artillery pieces that can be used to counter battery these. But at this stage of the game, with only 80 points of income, it is unlikely we're going to see those play out. So, great back and forth here. Panther A. Oop. This one is a little bit vetted, so I might actually kill this M8 before it can get away. And it does. You know, these Fashmiga might be able to actually retake this town here, which would put it back out of 13-11. And once again, looking a little sparse down here. The leader did go down eventually. But Fashmiga, once again, ooh, is actually lucky not to get in the green cover. But it's gotta be running away from the Legionnaires there. And yeah, in this kind of a range is where you do want to be. MG42 is getting involved. But Fashmiga goes down anyway. 2-star Legionnaires. Just about as deadly. Commander staff freak now. As well, coming in to join all these artilleros and the FFI Maquisards. Oh man. Decent enough CQC, I will say. That's the mortar's attempt to get onto that Panther. And now they don't have a radio. Yeah, the circle without a little radius. Still 13-11 though. Minor defeat in 6 minutes. And if they are playing with time limit, they might not be playing with league rules. This is China we're talking about here. Rules? No. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Please don't crucify me, Luna / UU. I don't think you watches my channel, but Luna occasionally does, so you know, it's nice to be polite to your friends and enemies and frenemies. Oh no. I'm just messing around. What was I saying? Something about the rules. Yeah, the rule set. We don't know who here is up for winning, up for losing. And it looks like the 4th Fletcher player has managed to take back enough ground to make that 10 to 14 really worth it now. P-47 coming in, though. That is that nuke bomber. Just deletes that. And now this fight's going to go back into the hand. Veltro. Ooh, what if the Veltro goes down? Thinking of head on to that P-47. But this 4th Fletcher player has done a lot to drop bombs here, or build up an AA force. Ooh, and the P-47 goes down to the Veltro. Unfortunately, there with how many Bofors there out here, but this Bofors is really not in a good position. It does need to be a little more in the open, but Veltro goes down anyway, flying directly over like 5 separate AA pieces here. There's even another Bofors comes in. Well, you've got 29 minutes to do it, to bring your enemy completely to his knees. Can you do it, Mr. DFL? Oh, Kone hanging around for just a little too long. These howitzers should be able to pay off just fine here. Howitzer barrage before some kind of an infantry assault. And now these howitzers are actually turning this snag as well. Yeah. M4 versus Panther again. That 4 goes down. Not really what you want to see at this phase of the game, but what else does DFL really have to deal with Panthers? These M10s are okay, but yeah, do need to be fairly close. It's like a 50-50 penetrate there in this fight. Manages to run the Legionnaires again. I thought these are Raiders. I do not understand this game sometimes. Some Raiders, like, you put them behind enemy lines and the front line stays there indefinitely, right? Other Raiders, it doesn't matter. It's just, you never see it, right? Very weird. Bombs here, though. Ooh, and those are big bombs. Thank you, Marauder. So, maybe a pin down there. Might even be able to use the artillerist to just rush forward and surrender these Fletcher units, but I suppose there is this MG42 here that may have the range to shut that down just a little bit over. 1250, I do believe these have, and the Legionnaires still don't manage to go down. Guy that goes down to the Mackey's arms. Fletcher versus Commander Zafri. Commander Zafri should win with that. Thompson's just that much better, and yeah, it's like moving out of the open. It's just gonna be wars. 2-star Fletcher no. And once again, Teloraz and Teloraz. Great DPS on these for a 15-point unit there. Max is coming in for these. Yeah, no. Sorry. Paradis is a little bit too disgusting for that. And these aren't even out in the open here. Dual Molotovs do get thrown, though. I think. Or at least one. Yeah, 2. So, might actually get a pin down here. But yeah, Paradis also great amount of DPS there. Like I said, it's not bad either with the 3 cents, so do get that surrender there. But now, yeah. Green cover to yellow cover. These Paradis Altos actually just rushed forward from the looks of it. These Paradis Altos are just going to delete those Mechasards to that kind of range. And Fletcher's getting involved as well. 2 minutes to go left on the clock. And the Triller's coming in now. Hellcat coming in for the Paradis Alto. Multiple bombers coming in. Might actually just bomb his own unit. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Both of them get their bombs off. So does the Hellcat. I'm sorry. Your sacrifice to the cause has been... How did he survive? What is that? Ah, I don't even know. I don't know anymore. What even is this game? Mortars getting involved here. Oh, man. Still a 13-11. You need a lot more infantry. These Panthers are doing wonders. And it's ABW-43. Yeah, those coming into here now. Never did manage to clean up this partisan. Might have gotten one more kill. It's just a bike. Yeah. We'll have to take a look at that in the post-game stats. Mortar here, smoking this off. Gonna be smoking against the Fletcher again, trying to get these 2 of those in, but yeah, I don't know. 2 of those aren't that amazing either. They do have an FN and a Sten and 2 Stens, so they are like okay in the close range engagement, but this Paradis Alto, even as low health as it is, just has to sit on the edge of this green forest here, and then the 2 of those, as they're approaching, will just die to it, right? Especially considering it's 2-star. Same thing over here, right? Fletcher Pioneers still very good at this medium range engagement. Despite the fact that the G43s got taken away. Sad. Really. I think I've said this before, but they should have kept their G43s and then they should have just put up to 35 points like a, what's it called? That MP44 Pioneer that shows up. Light Pioneer, there you go. M4 in here now. Definitely hard counter that Stug, finally. But the Commander Zephyr would be able to do that just fine as well. But potentially needs this support just to deal with the medium range units of the Flesh Pioneers here. And these two Flesh Pioneers fighting off against these Megazards. Megazards aren't really in position. Are going to get pinned down. No problem there. It's back to a 12-12, so at least it's stopped the bleed. 24 minutes remaining. And now we see Focke-Wulfs coming in. Once again, the other one gets forced back. This Alcone does drop, though. And there's a second Fashimiaki. Once again, sitting in that medium cover. Are now pinned down. Fashimiaki are going to rush forward, potentially. And just kill those. Alcone taking a lot of fire. And goes down. Yeah, I don't think he could survive against that many Bofors either. But weirder things have happened. M4 moving forward. Ooh, back to a 13-11. What went over? Again. I suppose it would have been this flank. 57 seconds remaining. Marauder coming in. 2,000 kilogram bombs. There's the Nag here. And the Flak 41. Might be able to force that back, but we did see it drop last time, I do believe, as well. Ooh, with the Nag firing. Ooh, does manage to get its bombs off. Wow. And if those are accurate, these units might recover just in time to recover this flag, and potentially this one as well, but not if they're falling back again. Ooh, but they do manage to do it, just from sheer force of that unit dying. What a game, what a game. I'm glad I casted this one. Come on, M4, move forward. Clear those up. Pressure people coming in. M4 does have to be a little bit careful here because of that. The Commanders that are here to finish off the rest of the armor in that case. One shot. Ooh, unit number 2 here. Berserk gets a kill anyway. And now all these units. Flag goes over. 13-11 again. 20 minutes of raiding. Hellcat coming out. Likely for that Panther. There was a Commander Panther somewhere around here. Can't believe I missed that. My god. The Nag went down. Flak 41 is probably next for this artillery pieces. Yeah, that's the problem here. You are able to, in a balanced game, if you manage to stop the bleed, build up these very important forces here. And now, you're just going to delete that. Flak 41, I do believe, should have just about radio with these command trailers, or potentially some of these M3s that could just move over here and provide excellent radio range on that. More smoke here. Being used more for smoke than anything. I am surprised. But, not enough smoke there. Or maybe dropped just a little bit too short for that artilleros to escape that Fallschirmscharfschütze. Bombs coming in down here, though. Fallschirmjäger has been down. Fallschirmführer only being able to go here. And 2 more Fallschirmjäger. Look, this is a minute of income for the Maverick player here. Oh, man. Marauder coming in for the Fallschirmjäger, though. And DFL's slowly getting its air spam built up. In the 20 minutes that are left, though, can the air spam completely get up as the M10 takes some very gratuitous shots against the Panther here. Oh man, both missing, but I don't think the M10 has the penetration chance for the Panther. And there's another one right over here. P-47 coming in for these Paradise Assaultos. There's lots of units trying to retake this flag here. Hellcat coming in for that. The 88 is pinned down. Oh, I wonder if it still sees it. Yeah, some still sees it. So, dead Panther there. Excellent use of the Hellcat. This flight, let's go back to the 4th Fallschirm player. Oh man. M10. Oh no. What? What is happening here? Aligning. Bam. M10 goes down. Oh man. More Turlos coming in though. If they manage to get close, will be dangerous. All of them unloading though now. Gonna need a bomb or something to dislodge those. the potential as well to kill the Flammenwerfer. But there is a path to a 59 here. Just does a 59 even win at this point? I'm not sure it does. Oshimiga does go down. Multiple Legionnaires coming in. Surprised he still has some left here. And, oof, immediately dies. Yeah. Gonna have to bait those into the green cover again here. But, or just bring in a Marauder, that works too. 1,000 kilogram bomb here. M3. M3 should be more than capable of dealing with an AB-41 here. And Maquisard's gonna get in this position. There's still one Fashmiga here. But now with barely any AA, and well, this Flak 41 actually completely ran out of ammo. There's a nag to back it up again, but yeah, well, been down here. It's amazing just how much that pins down. Another minute of income now coming in to try and regain this flag, and well, yeah, at some point it's just gonna be too much. I say that, but you know it's lasted this long on the thread here. Even this flag's gone down. Another Marauder coming in for that. More Maquisards coming in for that. How low do both of these players' decks must be? I don't know how deep a balanced player in this regard would make their deck. This is definitely a C-phase gun of Marauders. I didn't see any before. Dead Paradise Assaulto. And then to retake ground though. And the Shuffshits over here. Well, it's just a little bit more in the open. Would be able to prevent that flag from being taken back as well. Flag 41 does finally go down. These howitzers do still have plenty of shells left to deal with this snag, if they were so inclined. This flag's gonna go back into the hand of the DFO player again. Or into the hand of the 4th Flushing player again, but now first time at 13-10. Oh. Wow, I think the being forced to move, sometimes HE damage is a little bit weird in this game. Being forced to move from the HE shot there. Didn't get the Panzerfaust off. It's AP-41 is somehow still alive. And yeah, mortars. Definitely not doing enough to dislodge these. Gotta bring another bomber for that or something. Hellcat forced back by the nag. And Sturmpanzer here, together with a Pack 40. This Magnus gotta be careful. Ooh, that's looks like an AP-0 shot. Or no, an AP shot. Might just miss. If the Max says they're gonna take that flag back. 14 are dead. 70 minutes left of the clock. My god. 2 flags go back. 59. Oh, the 59 is enough. Okay, so the 59 is enough. M10 moving forward to surrender the Fajri here for the looks of it. There's still a Para Exploratory here, though. And Para Exploratory do have a Panzerfaust. And I'm not sure if this M10 even has the recon to surrender this Fajri. Oh, man. Panther here getting involved. Ooh, it just immediately sniped there. So, 2 flags back in control. Now the Akades are going to be moving for these flags. Oh man, just total lack of infantry here for the DFL player. I wonder if, yeah, like, once again, I wonder if he's out. He had like a C-face card of Trialeurs, but Trialeurs don't have the DPS to throw themselves against Fashmiga like that. Push me on south. Do go down though. It's just barely not enough for a 59 again, and the time to get that 59 is fast running out. Just more Fajmiga coming here to get there with a Stug. Wow. TMA Logistic. Abusios. Firing at that nag. Doubt there's radio, but might not even need it. And now Marauder coming in for the Flammenwerfer. Not a bad idea, I think, but definitely would have been a better target for the Fashmier that are threatening to take this town back again. More Maquisards coming in now. And Legionnaires and Attilas versus Fashmier. Ay, ay, ay. Let's move forward. I mean, if they get into the green cover without any of the flesh being spot them, they can potentially come around and kill it. Legionnaires to the front, Let's to the side. Bringing them 10 just. Might just want to park that right on the flag. 14 minutes. Marauder coming in again. That's been down now. So the airplanes can freely commit to just absolute pain. Yeah, one of those bombs. This is enough to do quite a lot of damage there. Let's get completely pinned down though. Marauder taking out whatever's there. So flag back into control. Still a 14-10 though. My god. You know, I think I like this rule set. Flash Omega. Well, once again, no like HE or anything up here. The Maxstars failed to get to this town, which is really what was needed. The Panther A being a gigantic pain. And, well, we're gonna have to wait till that, what's it called, repairs the Hellcat repairs before it could do the thing. And, yeah, these Flash Omega might actually... Hell no, I'm not against that many units. So, that position is secured. The Stuka M42 just sitting here, though. No M10 or anything. And is this just a Q move? Let's move it a little slow for a fast move over. Unfortunate there. Dual nags now coming in. That's the Marauder. Comes in for this Flash Viega. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Marauders are quite the move. Ooh, but the, what's it called? The Panther went down. Yeah. I'm surprised there hasn't been another attempt to take it back over here. Right? Are these M3s still sitting around? And yeah, I don't think the 59 is enough anymore. With this little time left on the game. Let's speed it up here. Oh, let's just go to a ×2. 12 minutes remaining. Marauder coming in. 2 nags. Oh, veers off in the wrong direction. Okay. Does get that. Ooh, does take the 2 flags back. And wow! Somebody surrendered. Oh, man. Hey, okay, so the DFL player wins. Well done to... which one was this again? Right. If you play well, you will be rewarded. If you play badly, you will be punished. Or something along those lines. Wow. 4,540 kills to 3,800. An impressive show from both players. The Flash Omega player after that push in the north there. Realizing that he had nothing left to fight for. Pot his heads here. This one is okay. Right? That was kill the Flash Omega. Definitely paid off there. But yeah. Wow. Ooh, the mortar got the Panther A feel. Wow. And the M10 did kill a Panther. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Marauder as well. Doing well. Bofers. Definitely worth getting that many up. So, well, one of the lessons to take away from how the Chinese play, I suppose. 2-star infantry are very, very powerful. Remember to take a C-phase card of something. Right? Even when playing Maverick, it doesn't enable you to live for that much longer, though. Not sure how much the regular 1-star or no star Flash Omegas were in this case. And just have an epic play of micro. So, coming at you from beyond the Great Firewall, I suppose. I hope you enjoyed that game. Once again, apologies for my sickness, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll be healthy by then. So, take care, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.